Nebuchadnezzar was king, the king of Babylon. He was the man in charge of where the Jews had gone. His empire was huge, even bigger was his ego. But he promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Daniel was another Jew that was chosen for his wisdom. He promoted him to the palace to help to run his kingdom. One night the king dreamed a really strange dream. He couldn't get back to sleep, so he called for his team. There were magicians, astrologers, and those that did sorcery. He wanted the answer, but he didn't do it ordinary. He didn't just want the answer and to know what it means. He wanted them also to tell what was in his dream. The magicians protested. They said it was impossible. The king, he looked so angry, he wasn't someone crossable. The astrologers looked worried. That gift, it's just not ours. They hadn't seen it coming, not in all the stars. The king, he flew into a rage. He went purple in the face, commanded the death of many. There'd be few left at this pace. Daniel was in danger, so he sent a message to old King Neb. Give more time, he pleaded. All were feeling at a low ebb. More time was granted. Daniel called his friends. They prayed with a passion, as all on God depends. That night as Daniel slept, God gave him a provision. It was the answer, straight from God. Daniel saw a vision. Daniel asked to see King Neb, because he'd cracked the riddle. Wise men all held their breath, their fingers they did twiddle. As Daniel started speaking in the palace of the kings, he said God gave the answer, because he knows all things. Nebuchadnezzar, your dream was this, a statue you did see. It was a man whose head was gold, as tall as could be. His chest silver, his legs bronze, his feet iron and clay. It looked so solid, looked so strong, it couldn't be moved away. Yet one day there was a rock, not cut out with hands. It smashed into the statue, now it no longer stands. The fall, it was a mighty one, the noise, it couldn't be louder. The gold and silver and bronze and iron crushed into a powder. God sent a wind, it blew so strong, of the powder there's no trace. The rock remained, in this strange dream, the only thing in place. The rock grew slowly into a mountain and continued to expand. The mountain kept on growing till it covered all the lands. King Neb, he started nodding. This was indeed his dream, the one that kept him awake, the one that made him want to scream. He listened, impressed by Daniel, and now he started telling what the dream did mean. To all it was compelling. The statue stood there, so strong, so bold. The head was impressive, glistening gold. The gold head is your huge empire, O great king. God has given you the strength to rule over everything. The next empire is silver, not quite as strong. Bronze, iron, and clay, empires that go wrong. The stone smashed them all like a great and mighty ball. It is God's kingdom, everlasting, superior to all. King Neb threw himself down at Daniel's feet, saying, yours is the greatest God you could ever meet. Great empire after empire have come and gone, but God's heavenly kingdom will go on and on. The Bible tells us of God's glory. It will last forever. It's so much greater than anything whatsoever. God wants us to be a part of His eternal plan. He sent His Son from heaven to die for sinful man.